Thanks for tuning in to Chats with Your Self-Worth BFF. This is your host, Michaela Falar, where we are here to skyrocket your self-worth, heal your shit, and take your power back. Welcome to the chat. Hey guys, welcome back to Chats with Your Self-Worth BFF. It's your host, Michaela Falar, coming to you live from Kauai. I have been here for about a week now. I got here last Tuesday, which is why you guys didn't get an episode on Friday. I decided to take the Friday off and just really enjoy my time that I was here with my friends and just being on the island, of course. But I have a realization for you that I've had during this trip. When I was about 20 years old, so back in 2012, which seems like so long ago, a decade ago, um, I decided to book a one-way ticket to Maui. And I did this because of a series of quote unquote unfortunate events that had happened for me, not to me, but for me. And what happened is that all in the span of 1 month, my boyfriend of like 5 years hooked up with my best friend. So I lost my boyfriend and my best friend. I also got fired or I totaled my car. I totaled my little Honda Civic, so that was sad. And because I had totaled my car, I had to ride my beach cruiser everywhere. So I was like riding my beach cruiser to school. I was in college. I was ending my sophomore year or ending my freshman year of college. And so I was like going back and forth on my beach cruiser to and from school and to and from work back to home. Like it was my legs looked great. Um, but with that being said, I was a few too many times late at work and I got fired for being late too many times. So I had lost my boyfriend, lost my best friend, lost my job, and totaled my car. I got insurance on my car, so I had gotten some money that came back from that. And instead of buying a car, I bought a one-way ticket to Maui. One-way ticket to Maui, and I said, I'm fucking running away from all my problems. Goodbye, peace out, never see it, never, ever, never see you again. So when I got here, I had stayed with a friend for a few weeks, and then I had found another place to stay. Basically, I just couch surfed. And you guys, if you've never solo vacationed or solo like done any type of traveling solo, like you have to, especially when like in your 20s. I mean, even if you're in your 30s, like I'm 30 and I'm still doing it because it doesn't matter how old you are, honestly. Like just doing that is so it makes you like it's just amazing because you meet so many people. You also learn so much about yourself and who you really are and what you really like, and you have time to reflect and like be alone and away from like your busy normal day-to-day life. And it's just like such a beautiful, beautiful experience. So 12 out of 10 recommend traveling solo if you've not already, or just to keep doing it if you are doing it now. So I booked a one-way ticket. I couch surfed on Maui for a little bit, and then I had like a Facebook message. I don't think Instagram was a thing yet. I don't know. But I had a Facebook message, and it was from my friend who I went to high school with, Eric. He was like, "Oh, I'm staying on Kauai. Like, you should come and stay." And I was like, "You know what? That's a great idea." So I island hopped to Kauai, and I stayed with him and met a few other amazing, incredible people, and I would consider them Ohana at this point. Like all of us are like we're just like a group, and we just love each other, and we're like just such great friends, and we've established a friendship that's like we don't have to see each other, speak to each other every day. We can, not see each other for 2 years. Like I haven't seen them in 2 years. And we can talk on the phone every now and again. And even when we do hang out and see each other again, it's like no time has passed. And those are the types of friendships that you have to cherish. And I'm just so unbelievably grateful that I have the opportunity to, you know, have friendships like that and to be able to book a flight and a trip without having to ask for time off because I've decided to create my own reality. And I'm going to talk about two things today regarding that. One is running away from your problems, and two is creating your own reality. We're going to keep this short and sweet because it's already 10 o'clock here and I would like love to go to the beach. So, but I wanted to get this done for you guys. So here we go. So, first things first, I want to talk about the fact that like I literally was like, obviously my entire life was blowing up back in 2012 when I booked the one-way ticket to Maui. And then I was like trying to run away from all my problems. Let me tell you guys something right now. Running away from all of your problems is not, it's not a thing. You can't do it. No matter what you do and where you are, your problems will follow. Like, if you do not get to the root cause of why this is happening for you, why are you attracting these types of people into your life? Why are you attracting these situations into your life? What is the lesson here? What needs to be learned? What you can't just keep running away from the shadow, right? That's like you have to literally become friends with the shadow. And what I mean by that is instead of just, booking a one-way ticket to wherever and thinking that you're gonna like live a whole different life, your your problems are literally going to follow you wherever you go. Like wherever you go. If you avoid learning the lesson that is meant to be taught to you, and you just keep running away from it, no matter where, or even if you do stay where you're at and you just ignore the problem and you don't get to the root cause, you don't figure out what it is that you're supposed to learn from the situation, then it's going to continue to happen and it's going to create a cycle. And that's exactly what happened to me in that situation of me running away from my problems. Like I literally ran away from figuring out, why I was so attached to this person who wasn't actually good for me to begin with. Like things were not good. It wasn't very like a healthy relationship. And so I was holding on to something that like no longer served me anyways. And I had to, take a step back and like reflect on that and what I could do to like make myself better. And instead of being so angry and so mad about at my, you know, old best friend and my ex-boyfriend, instead of being so angry with them, to like look inwards, like, yes, it wasn't right what happened. And also, there's two sides to every story. And I must have had to play a part in some of that in some capacity. So, what was my part in that? And what can I do in the future for this not to ever happen to me again? Right. So, I completely tried to like run away from my problems. And when I got to Hawaii, like when I got to Maui, my first, like when I booked the one-way ticket and landed and stuff, I created in a short amount of time the same, not the same, but a similar situation than I was in before I had left. And that made me realize, not until after the fact, not until after I had returned back to California, but it made me realize, like, okay, wow, like this is who I am. And like, I need to fix something within myself and like, reframe something within myself in order to become a better person and in order to become like a better version of myself and like level up and like learn from this situation that happened, right? We cannot run away from our issues, like bottom line. So, moral of that story here, don't try and run away from your problems. When problems do arise, go at them head on, and don't just point the finger and get angry at everyone else. Also reflect inwards and see how you can grow and become better from the situation in general, and also just what you're supposed to learn from the lesson from the universe. Find the silver lining. All right, and then the second one is the fact that I was able to just book a ticket to come to Kauai. And yes, I'm staying with my friends. And it has been, and I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to stay with my friends. What else I'm so grateful for is the fact that I didn't have to ask for time off work. And my life is not normal. Like, I will admit my life is not normal. My family don't understand. They can't wrap their head around what my life looks like. And sometimes I'm so, grateful for like everything that I have endured and journeyed on and been able to do in my life. Like, I sometimes can't believe it either. But the beautiful thing is that once you realize that you are literally the creator of your own life and nobody else has that power, like you are the only person with that power unless you give that power away. And my life, I know, is not normal. And it's because I chose for it not to be normal. I don't want a normal life. I want a life that I wake up excited about every single day. I want a life where I am multifaceted. I want a life where I get to book a last minute trip and not have to ask the boss for time off. I want a life where I don't have to think about booking the trip and paying for the flight and what I'm going to do for money when I get there and going out to breakfast, lunch, and dinner if I want to, or, et cetera, et cetera. Like that is the life that I'm envisioning, that I envision for myself. And that is the life that I will have no matter what, because I am committed and I know that it's already mine. Like I've envisioned this life for me and I am living in this life, not at the capacity that I want and that I desire to have in my future. Like that will happen. That is already mine. And I'm also so freaking grateful for where I'm at now and being able to do the things that I am now because of the life and the choices that I have created for myself. So if you are feeling right now, like, let's say that you're on social media and you're seeing things like people like living these lives and traveling and doing things that you really really desire to do and you're just like in your head about it and you're like kind of almost getting triggered by the fact that like they're able to like oh they're doing it, like why can't I do it? But that's exactly the thing, like if them, then why not you? If them, then why not you? You have the capacity to create the life that you desire to live. You have the choice that you can make every single day to either work towards something that is creating your dream life or to stay stuck in the same mundane routine that you absolutely hate. Now, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm not saying that if you work for somebody else that you hate your life. Like, that's not at all what I'm saying. What I'm saying here is that I personally don't want to work for anyone else. I want to create my own business and live life on my terms fully, like fully doing whatever the fuck I want, whenever I want, with no questions having to be asked. And that is the life that I'm creating for myself. So, my message today to you is one, if you cannot face your problems, why? You cannot run away from your problems. Face them head on and learn from them, because the faster you learn from them, the less you are going to have to relive them. Because if you just keep ignoring, then you're going to relive the same situation over and over again. Number two, you are not stuck. You have everything that it takes to create the life that you desire to live, the life that you wake up excited about living every single day. And no one has that power unless you give it away to them. If you have something that you are wanting to create it. Just start, even if it's starting small. If you're doing something small every single day that leads up to whatever your dream life is, then you're doing something. You're started, and that's incredible. Keep going. If you're in a job that you hate, get out of it. Life is too short. There's so many other jobs, and you have so much potential that is probably untapped that you don't even see because you're just living in your negative self beliefs. So if you are unhappy, You are not stuck. Get out and create a life little by little every single day that you desire to wake up to and that you are excited to wake up to every single day. With that being said, I have 3 spots open for September mentorship, and I am so excited about this. I have been loving teaching one-on-one so far, and I have some incredible things in the works as far as like group projects going. But right now, one-on-one sessions can be booked, and I will put all the links in my show notes below. And also, I have 3 spots open for mentorship. What you're going to get in mentorship is healing your shit, getting to the root cause of your limiting self beliefs, rewiring the neural pathways in your brain. I'm going to be intuitively channeling what it is your soul is like put on this earth to do, what you are meant for in this life, what is going to be beneficial for your highest potential version of you. And we are going to connect with the highest possible version of you. And that in itself is so empowering and so incredible because it reminds you of who the fuck you are, all of it. So if that is something that you are interested in, you can email me. The email is also in the show notes, or you can DM me on Instagram and apply. And I am so, so, so excited for the future of mentorship and just the future of my business and many future vacations, many future saying yes instead of having to say no. And you guys, I hope that I inspired you today to start and to create the life that you know you deserve because it's already yours, babe. Chat soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this resonated with you, please make sure you leave a rating and review. Like and subscribe if you are watching on YouTube. Make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Kayla Cakes, at KAELA_CAKES. Visit my website at michaelaryanfalar.com to find out more about my coaching services. All of these links are in the show notes below. Make sure you tune in for next week's episode. New episodes are out every Tuesday and Friday. Chat soon.